Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss the second question series for the chapter Transport in Plants from class 11th Biology. Moving on to the first question. Why cell is called as an osmotic system? A cell is called as an osmotic system because number one, it has all the components of an efficient osmotic system, which includes a semi-permeable membrane and different concentration of sap on the two sides of the membranes. Second, flow of water occurs from higher water potential to lower water potential. So once we are discussing about what is an osmotic system, something that has a semi-permeable membrane and both the sides of the membrane, they have different concentrations. Also, the flow of water hence occurs from the higher water potential to lower water potential. That is why the cell is called as an osmotic system. State the significance of plasmolysis. So, in the very previous video for the question series on the same chapter, we have already discussed what is plasmolysis. The another question that has been asked here is what is the significance of plasmolysis? It explains osmosis. It is essential to know the biotic nature of the cell. It is essential in killing of weeds. It is used to determine the osmotic pressure of the cell. It is a proof of cell wall permeability. Next question. Mention two conditions which are necessary for imbibitions to occur. First, water potential gradient between the surface of absorbent and the liquid imbibed. Second, the affinity between the absorbent and the imbibed liquid. So these are the two important conditions which are necessary for the process of imbibition to occur. Define osmosis. It is defined as the process of movement of the molecules from a solution of low concentration to a solution of high concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. Next question is, why is C4 photosynthetic system more beneficial than C3 photosynthetic system? Answer to this is, evolution of C4 photosynthetic system is perhaps one of the strategies in order to maximize the availability of carbon dioxide while minimizing the water loss. C4 plants are twice as efficient as C3 varieties in terms of carbon fixation. Example, C4 plants will lose only 300 grams of water by evaporation for every gram of carbon dioxide fixed, whereas C3 plants loses 600 grams of water for same grams of carbon dioxide fixed. Next question. What are the factors that affect the rate of diffusion? Just like we have discussed the significance of plasmolysis, it can be clubbed up with the question, define plasmolysis, what is its significance? Similarly, define diffusion, what are the factors affecting the rate of diffusion? Let's discuss. The rate of diffusion is generally affected by the following: the gradient of concentration, the permeability of the cell membranes separating them, the temperature and pressure. What is the role of osmotic potential in regulating water potential of plant cells? Very important. Osmotic potential refers to the pressure which is needed to stop the movement of water from outside into the solution. An isolated solution which is not bounded by any membrane has no osmotic pressure. It has only the potential to result into pressure when placed in an osmometer. Next question is, explain why pure water has maximum water potential. Pure water has maximum water potential because water molecules have kinetic energy. In liquid as well as the gaseous state, they are in constant motion. The greater the concentration of water in a system, the greater its kinetic energy of water potential. Third, the pure water will have the greatest water potential. Its two systems having water are in contact. For example, soil and air or cell and solution. Random movement of water molecules will occur from the system with higher energy to one with lower energy. At equilibrium, the water will move from the system containing the water at higher water potential to one having lower water potential. Water potential is represented by psi It is expressed in the pressure units such as Pascal. Water potential of pure water at defined temperature and pressure is taken to be 0. If on pure water a solute is dissolved, its concentration decreases, thereby reducing its water potential. So all the solutions have lower water potential than pure water. Is this clear? Next, we are now done with why pure water has maximum water potential. This is because we generally consider the fact that the pure water will have the greatest water potential. In case of pure water, a solute is dissolved, concentration will decrease, thereby reducing the water potential, and hence all the solutions will have a lower water potential than the pure water. Explain pressure flow hypothesis for translocation of sugars in plants. Most accepted mechanism for the translocation of sugar source to sink is known as pressure flow hypothesis. The glucose is prepared at the source. It is converted into sucrose. The sugars is then moved in the form of sucrose into the companion cell, then into the living sieve tube cells. By active transport, loading at the source creates a hypertonic condition in vascular tissue, the phloem. How is opening and closing of stomata controlled? Various factors affect the opening and closing of stomata, like light, temperature, water availability, carbon dioxide concentration. In terms of light intensity needed for stomatal opening is low. The stomata open in light but close in dark. In CAM plants, stomata open in dark and close during daytime. If temperature is increased, then the stomata open, but when there is decrease in temperature, the stomata close. The stomata are closed due to the water stress or moisture deficit. If there is an increase in carbon dioxide concentration inside the leaf, the stomatal openings are closed even in night.